let's talk about why I'm fat. Because I am fat. I'm distinctly overweight, and for society's standard, I'm disgusting to look at. But the truth of it is, I don't care. Let's talk about it. I used to be about 132 kilos, I think was the most heavy I ever weighed in at. And a quick backstory, I used to be really into fighting, boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. And because of that, I used to eat a lot of food to keep up with my training. And I mean, I was always overweight. I've always been a pudgy kid ever since being a toddler. But I ate a lot of food to keep up with that. And then I stopped training and I stopped going to the gym and I did not stop eating. And I also picked up a load of really bad habits and I just blew up. And at the heaviest I was, I had trouble moving around. Clothes sat weird on my body. I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'10" or 11ish, I think. I'm not even 6 foot. So it's wide, do you know? Like, that's weighty, do you know? That's really, really heavy. I'll post photographs of when I was really big at some point. But I then went on the journey to lose weight. I mean, honestly, the journey to lose weight kind of started because I started hiking and I started enjoying the outdoors and I started just enjoying the beauty of the world around me and realised that I was too fat to enjoy the world around me because I didn't have the skills to explore it, because literally climbing a set of stairs was an afternoon's activity, do you know? Like, I'd have to take a break halfway, maybe have a snack, carry on when I got to the top of the stairs, look at the daunting task of getting back down. It was wild. I was really overweight. And now I am still overweight, but I'm dramatically less overweight from where I was. And that's a huge reason that I don't care about the fact that I'm a little bit pudgy, but it goes way deeper than that. Because at one stage I was actually really, really slim. I went from 132 kilos right down to, I think the lowest I ever weighed in at was 78. I think it was 78. Now, it was just after I'd been a little bit ill, so I dropped a load of weight, maybe 3 kilos during that. So I went down to 78, but then I stayed there for some months, so I still count it. And I was really, really, really slim. At the time, I thought it looked good. Looking back, I don't like to be that slim. But the reason that I am pudgy, fat, to be honest, I don't know why I say pudgy, it's because people get triggered by the word fat. I don't mind the word fat. People say, you're fat, and I go, yeah. But whenever I go, I'm fat, people go, oh, don't say that about yourself. And I go, I mean, I could change it if I wanted to. I've eaten myself this way. I am not, you know, it hasn't been afflicted upon me. I don't care if people say that I'm fat. That's like going, you're wearing black shoes. And I go, yeah, I bought the shoes, put them on. Did this to myself, I think. And that's, it just doesn't bother me. But I'm fat. And I think, well, I'll be fully honest. I think right now I'm 97 kilos, something like that. It's not a similar body shape than I used to be, because since I was 132 kilos, I've spent just about 4.5 to 5 years in the gym every day for about 2 hours and become, I wouldn't say ridiculously muscular, but distinctly more muscular than I was. And my body composition is extremely different than it was. So it's a different kind of 97 or 8 kilos, something. I haven't weighed myself in a bit, but around there. But I would like to be maybe 2 or 3 kilos less, not that bothered, do you know? And the reason for that is because I have gotten myself now to a point where I can run, jump, climb, bounce, roll, fall, do anything that I want to a level that I like. I can do a good amount of pull-ups, I can do a good amount of push-ups, I can do a good amount of squats, I can run for a reasonable amount of time, I can jump about that high. I mean, I can't jump that high, but I can jump about that high. You just can't see my hand. And I'm physically able to explore and enjoy the world around me. And that's all I really wanted. Aesthetically, I enjoy the fact that I've got a big back. It's not huge, it's not ridiculously impressive, it's nothing mental. I just aesthetically enjoy the fact that my back is quite big. That's the only thing that I really have any interest in at all. And I also didn't go, I want a big back, so I'm gonna work for it. I just started doing pull-ups because I wanted the skill of doing pull-ups, and it was just a byproduct of the fact that I did loads of pull-ups every day. But society looks at me and goes, you need to make a change. You need to lose some weight. I don't think I do. I don't think that I do. I am happy with the way my body looks. If I was 5 or 10 kilos lighter, maybe not 10. If I was 5 kilos lighter, I'd still enjoy the way my body looks. If I was 5 kilos heavier, I'd still enjoy the way my body looks. If at some point I go to do something and I go, damn, my belly's holding me back, I'll lose some weight. It won't take that long. It's not that difficult. I've done it a bunch of times now. I'll just not have a little bit of cheese and do a little bit of cardio and I'll lose some weight. Hasn't happened. I enjoy the way that I look. I'm physically fit and reasonably athletic. I'm delighted with my body. I'm delighted with my body because it allows me to do the things that I want to do. Not because it looks a certain way. And I do love the way that it looks, but society thinks I'm fat. So for all the people that are constantly questioning me about how I can talk about health and mental health and physical health and enjoying the world around you and just being a healthy guy and still be fat, there's your answer. It's because I am as pudgy as I'm happy being. If I wanted to get any less pudgy than this, I'd have to eat less of the food I enjoy and I'd get nothing for the return because there's nothing I want out of losing a little bit of weight. If it gets to a point in my life where I try and do something again and I realise that pudge is holding me back, I'll make a change. But until that day, I have no intention. And if you are healthy and you are a weight where you can still run, jump and climb, there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're at a weight where you can't do that, there is something wrong with that because it's trapping you inside your body. It's nothing to do with the aesthetics. You just don't have the ability to do what you want to do. And if you want to do it and your body's holding you back because of something that you could change, you should change it. That's what I believe. And also, it doesn't just mean that you're overweight. You might just not be strong enough to do something that you want to do. And the beauty in learning the strength to do what it is you want to do, it's an amazing, beautiful journey. It's really a lot of fun and it changes your body in a beautiful way. I've done it hundreds of times. So many times I've wanted a skill that I don't have. So I've gone and I've chased it. It'll change my body in a way that I think is really entertaining and the skill of learning it is great. I started rock climbing, realised that I couldn't do enough of a kind of pull to get myself up onto certain stuff. So I decided that I would just learn how to do loads of pull-ups. When I started, I could do like a half a one. It took like 6 months for me to get to like 2. Now I can do maybe 12 to 15, 16 on a good day, which is more than enough for me. I'm delighted with that. But the journey of getting there has been great. It's been focusing, it's been enjoyable. And as I've gone along, it's allowed me to apply that to the real world. When I see something I want to climb, I go, I now have the skill to do that. And I feel great about myself. I think that's something you should go on too. If you want to change your body, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your abilities, do that. Look at things in your life that you can't do and train to be able to do them. But ignore how pudgy you are. Ignore how skinny you are. Ignore any of those things. If it's holding you back, address it. But if it's not holding you back, don't address it.